Wow.
This is awesome. So this is...
Do you think it's iron?
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, this red stuff. It's only iron, ash, and a little bit of clay from here. This is so nice. This is for whiskey.
This is the forest of my childhood, and this is what that forest looks like when it's molten into a glaze, fired in a wood kiln. I used to stay here with my grandparents during the summers, and it was paradise. I remember playing on this meadow with my cousins and my great-grandfather, and now I play the very same games here with my children. Sand, ash, and clay. That's all you need to make a glaze, and that's also the land that I stand on right here. Basically dirt, but it's also the base ingredients in a glaze. And I was thinking now when I was building this kiln, it would be interesting to see what this land right here looks like in an object, in a craft. I'm a tool maker. I have been making tools to make tools, and I'm gonna keep doing that because it's so much fun. But the thing is that probably it's all about the fire. It is the fire that makes it so fascinating, and ceramics craft is a fire craft. And if I could find a way to capture this land, this paradise in a craft, in a material, I want to do that. When my wife, who's a ceramicist, asked me to build her a wood kiln, I was like, yeah, wood, that sounds fun. I started digging. When I was digging, I found this red dirt, this iron ore, I think. And if I mix that with some ash from the trees that's been growing here, and I also use a bit of clay from the ground here, then I'll have a glaze that's basically only this place, this physical fingerprint of paradise as a glaze. This is a story about craft. It's a story about this place, and starts with two bare hands. Hands are exceptionally good at telling stories. You see with the hands, I see with the hands, and we learn about this place. We learn about fire. The process begins with collecting materials, and I need to put a warning out there that the ashes especially, but actually all of them, can be quite dangerous, so you should have a face mask on if you try this at home. Anyway, I collect the materials and I sift them. I sift them first in a kitchen sieve and then in finer and finer meshes. There really are no other ingredients than clay, ashes, and sand. I just need to get the proportions right. To decide the recipe, I made 2 glaze tests. So I tried different proportions of the 3 ingredients, and to the left here in this test, there's the ones with a bit more clay, and to the right, there's the one with only ash and sand, and in the middle you have the mixing. This one, H, it's the one that I preferred. It didn't melt completely, not enough to take the iron to the surface and give this red pattern, but the ones to the right, they turned out to be really runny, as you can see here. This is a run test, so I just put the glaze there, put it in an oven, and saw what happened. So I really like this white one here. The ones with mostly sand, they didn't melt at all. But I was looking for the iron, the effects of iron in the sand, and it didn't really come out in that one. So these ones, they're only sand, and that's also, it didn't melt really. So a mix between the ingredients, ashes, unwashed ashes, makes it melt. Sand gives a glassy quality, and in this case a bit of red color to it. And clay helps to stabilize, it doesn't run that much. And then I mix it and I put some water in. The proportions that turned out to be the best are 5% of clay, 25% of ashes, and then 70% of this red sand. But then I also needed something to glaze. And this is not wild clay, this is not the local clay, this is stoneware. So I roughly form the shape, I cut it, and then I let it dry. This is the second tumbler I made, so I put the number 2 underneath it, and then I glaze it. So I just put glaze in it, I wait for like 2 seconds, and I pour it out. I dip it and I put it to the side. I want some rougher and wilder effects on it, so I allow the glaze to be uneven on different places. But I also make the different tumblers slightly different in the glaze, and I also put them in the kiln on different levels, because it will be warmer in the top and colder in the bottom, only perhaps 30-40 degrees or so difference, but that can make a lot of difference in a glaze. And then we fire it. In this case it took 22 hours of fire, and then we had to wait for another 3 days for the kiln to cool down, but we got glazed ceramics and nothing broke, and everything became better than I ever hoped for.
Wow.
This is awesome. Look at the, I mean, it's green and it's
And-
red.
Or
It's like got
maybe
those-
like orange
Yeah.
a bit, or yellow.
So this is,
Do you think it's iron?
yeah, it's got to be. I mean, this red stuff. I don't know where the green comes from, but I guess that's also because it's only iron, ash, and a little bit of clay from here as well. And I guess the green has got to be from that too. I mean, this silica.
Do you think it's green? Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Blue greenish with the red in.
Yeah, isn't it? What was it? Did you have like sand or?
Yeah, it's gonna be the sand. I mean, I didn't put sand in it, but the
was-
iron was in some sort of sand.
Yeah, and I guess it's that.
Yeah. But this is, yeah, it's nice
Really
do-
nice.
to do glaze like that. Okay. What next?
Maybe we should talk about prata om den igen för ett år sedan.
Nej, det var skitbra. Får jag ta ut den här?
And if you're still here, I take it that you're interested in this stuff, so I can recommend there's more videos of this sort with metalwork and woodwork. So please check them out, and thank you for watching. It's been good to have you here. Until next time.